releasing! Minuto up! Oh, thank God!
Daniel Marcus Chun, age 39. Persecuted believer for 8 years. You died yesterday from injuries sustained in prison. You were arrested for your faith, beaten, starved, broken, and on the 3rd year, you denied him. They asked if you still believed in Jesus. You said no. They released you. You lived 6 more years, free, comfortable, but you never came back. Today, God shows you what that denial cost. Matthew 10:33, whoever denies me before others, I will deny before my Father in heaven. You denied him to escape torture. Today you discover if your suffering justified your denial, or if your comfort proved you never truly believed.
But they were destroying me, breaking my bones, starving me. I couldn't take any more. Any human would have broken. How can God judge me for being human?
Today you discover the difference between Peter, who denied and then returned weeping, and Judas, who denied and walked away. Between those who fell but got back up, and those who fell and stayed down, you had 6 years to return. You never did. That's not weakness. That's choice.
The believer who traded eternity for temporary relief. Perfect. The persecution was real. The pain was real. They beat him, starved him. 3 years of hell. And finally, he broke. They asked, "Do you still follow Jesus?" He whispered no. They smiled, released him, and he walked out. Free, broken, but free. That night, he told himself, it's just words. God knows my heart. I'll go back to faith when I'm safe. But he never did. 6 years of freedom. He got a job, made friends, rebuilt his life, and every Sunday, he'd think about going to church. Every night, he'd think about praying. But shame held him back. He denied Jesus. How could he face God now? So he stayed away, told himself maybe later, maybe when I'm stronger, maybe when I've earned forgiveness. 6 years of maybe, until his body, weakened from prison, finally gave out. He died, still separated, still ashamed, still denying through his absence. Here's what he never understood. The denial wasn't the unforgivable part. Peter denied Jesus 3 times and was restored. But Peter came back weeping. Daniel walked away comfortable. Peter's denial was under pressure. Daniel's continued denial was by choice. He had 6 years, no torture, no threat, just free will. And he chose silence, chose distance, chose to stay away. That's not torture's fault. That's his. He died thinking maybe God would understand, that his suffering earned him grace, that his torture was a valid excuse. Today he discovers that suffering doesn't justify abandonment. That pain explains the first denial. But 6 years of freedom exposes what was really in his heart. He denied Jesus to escape torture, then denied him to keep comfort. And now he faces the one he denied.
But they broke me, physically, mentally. I'm not Peter, I'm not Paul, I'm just a man, a weak man. How can God expect me to be a martyr? And I suffered for 3 years, 3 years of hell for his name. Doesn't that count? Doesn't that prove I loved him? I gave 3 years. How much more does he want? And I was going to come back. I just needed time to heal, to process, to be ready. I never said I rejected him forever. Just that moment, to survive. Isn't survival a gift from God? Hebrews 11 talks about people who suffered and died for faith, but it also talks about people who escaped. Why is escaping wrong? Why is choosing life wrong?
Escaping isn't wrong, Daniel. Denying and staying away is, Peter escaped after denying me, but he came back. You didn't. Luke 22:32. I have prayed for you that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers. Peter turned back. I was waiting for you to turn back. For 6 years, you never did. Not because of torture, because of comfort. You got used to life without me. But the shame was an excuse. 1 John 1-9. If we confess our sins, I am faithful and just to forgive. You never confessed, never returned, never asked. You assumed shame was a barrier. It wasn't. It was the path back. Peter was ashamed. He came anyway, weeping, broken, repentant, and I restored him. You stayed away. That's not shame. That's pride. Thinking you have to fix yourself before coming to me. Let me show you something. Revelation 2:10. Do not be afraid of what you are about to suffer. Be faithful, even to the point of death, and I will give you life as your victor's crown. I never expected perfection, but I did expect return. You could have denied me under torture and still been saved. If you'd come back, but you didn't. You traded temporary pain for permanent separation. Matthew 10:33. Whoever denies me before others, I will deny before my Father. You denied me to escape pain. Understandable, human, forgivable. But then you denied me for 6 years to keep comfort. That's not torture's fault. That's yours. And 6 years of choosing distance over return revealed what was in your heart. You loved relief more than me. What happens to those who deny God because of torture? It depends. If they return broken and repentant like Peter, restoration. If they walk away permanently like Judas, rejection. You chose Judas's path, not in the moment of torture. In the 6 years of freedom after, you had time, you had opportunity, you had grace available. You chose comfort instead. And now that choice is final. To anyone who's denied me under pressure, under torture, under persecution, under threat, come back. Today, right now. You're not too broken, not too ashamed, not too far gone. Peter denied me 3 times and I restored him completely. The door is open. Just walk through it. And to those suffering persecution right now, I see you. I know your pain. Revelation 2:10. Be faithful, even to death. But if you break, if you fall, if you deny, don't stay down. Come back. Always come back. I'd rather have you broken and returning than strong and distant. Just don't walk away permanently. That's the only unforgivable part. Staying away. If you've denied God and need to return, type "I'm coming back" in the comments. Share this with anyone who's walked away from faith. Like if this showed you that returning is always possible. Subscribe for messages that bring the broken home.